Police say she told the suspect, who they aren't identifying, to dispose of his phone as police were going to arrest him. She faces 2 charges: participation in criminal street gang activity and solicitation to tamper with evidence.
All right, guys, when I heard about this story breaking a few hours ago, this was just too good to pass up. So we've got young, cute, female, white criminal defense attorney Nicole Fegan defending one of the co-conspirators in the Young Thug trial. And she got popped today for apparently engaging in gang activities, trying to destroy evidence. Not a good thing when it comes to the Georgia bar. Here's the problem with what she did. When you're a criminal defense attorney representing a client, you can absolutely advise them, hey, you should turn yourself in. Don't say a word to the police. Wait for me. Just call me once you're in there, or call another lawyer. Don't talk to them, that sort of thing. The problem with what she did is she's an attorney. She's a member of the Georgia bar. She's criminal defense attorney. She didn't represent this gentleman that she was advising, right? So she's giving, unsolicited legal advice to someone that she doesn't represent. Okay, so there's no attorney-client privilege there to protect her at all in this situation, from what I'm reading. This guy that she doesn't represent, she just learns at a hearing that morning that there's warrants out for his arrest. Surely she heard some chatter about them being after his cell phone. She calls the guy, unsolicited, doesn't represent him, warns him that they're looking for him, that there's warrants, and advises him to destroy his phone. If there's any evidence of this whatsoever, she's done. Okay, her legal career over. Okay. I just, I hate to see lawyers go down and get disbarred. I like to believe that maybe she didn't do this. Maybe, they got it wrong and, she's actually innocent of this. But, the big problem is if she really did advise this guy to destroy evidence, the Georgia bar is going to be all over her. She is going to get disbarred lightning fast. Possibly like an emergency suspension. There's a lot of good, honest lawyers out there who make mistakes and they get in trouble for it. There's also a lot of shady lawyers out there. What if she didn't know better? What if she thought, hey, I've seen my mentor do this before. I'm going to warn this guy. But the situation she found herself in was one where, hey, you didn't represent this guy. You just warned him and advised him to destroy evidence. So we are going to just loop you in with all of this and call it gang activity that you're engaging in. It's not going to look good. This girl, even if she beats this charge, completely clears her name, completely exonerates herself, she's done. The problem for her is even if she is able to beat this charge, the Georgia Bar Association is probably going to conduct its own inquiry and have its own evidentiary hearing on the question of, did she commit ethical misconduct? Did she break the law? And in a criminal court, right, they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you're guilty, right? And that's a really high burden to meet. That's actually, believe it or not, that's hard for the state to achieve. But when you're in front of a review board, when you're in a hearing in the bar association, they don't have that same high standard. They have a much lower standard that they have to meet in order to make a finding that you did something wrong. And that is a problem for her because, maybe there's a little bit of evidence out there. Maybe she is able to, file a motion to suppress or get it excluded somehow. Or, maybe a witness decides they don't want to show up to court, or any of 1,000 things could happen that could make the criminal case fall apart and the charges not stick. But the Bar Association, they can pick up on and consider evidence that the criminal court maybe couldn't because of the rules of evidence or a bunch of other things. So this is a problem for her. She just went too far. She went too far. Now, do criminal defense attorneys tell their clients that kind of stuff? I am absolutely sure they do. Should they be? No, you can never, ever be a party to destruction of evidence. Quickest road to not be a lawyer anymore. You cannot be advising your client to evade law enforcement, to run away. Like, hey, law enforcement's coming to your house today at 2. So make sure you're not there, right? That is a problem. But do lawyers do it? You may have noticed, new channel name, transition from Child Support School over to Legally Sean. Going to be the same content, just a different name. They start making some videos on a wider range of legal issues, but still putting out that content that you're all used to seeing. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up icon and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next one.